Welcome back. In the previous lecture, we learned about certain keywords, and in today's lecture, we are going to learn about data types in JavaScript. But before that, let us see the agenda of today's session. We will start with the meaning of data type, then two types of data, type primitive and non-primitive. After that, we will see the detailed explanation of each sub-data type with examples. So without wasting any more time, let us get started. What are data types in JavaScript? Well, data types in JavaScript, they describe the different types or kinds of data that you will be working with and storing in variables. It is important that you learn each of these data types because otherwise data can get stored in an improper format, which will result in issues in your code later on. JavaScript provides different data types to hold different types of values. There are two types of data types in JavaScript: primitive data type and non-primitive or reference data type. We can find the type of value or data by using the type of JavaScript operator. The above data types in JavaScript are divided into two broad categories: primitive and non-primitive. The primitive data types in JavaScript include number, string, boolean, undefined, null. The non-primitive data type has only one member, that is the object. Primitive and non-primitive subtypes. JavaScript number data type. The number type represents both integer and floating point numbers. Now, there are many operations for numbers, example multiplication, division, addition, subtraction, and so on. Here is an example on your screen. Variable x equal to 45. Number without decimal point. Variable x equal to 45.90. Number with decimal point, floating point. Variable x equal to -10. Number with negative value. The JavaScript number data type also represents some special values like infinity, minus infinity, nan. When a positive number is divided by 0 and it happens in the runtime error, in JavaScript it is represented as infinity. Similarly, when a negative number is divided by 0, we will get minus infinity. Example, variable a equal to 100, variable b equal to -100, variable c equal to 0. Alert a divided by c, infinity. Alert b divided by c, minus infinity. And nan means not a number. If we try to perform any operation between a numeric value and a non-numeric value, like a string, we will get this as output. Example, variable a equal to study tonight, variable b equal to 7. Alert a divided by b, nan. JavaScript string data type. Whenever we write a character or sequence of characters inside single or double quotes, then it becomes string. For example, study tonight. We can use both single or double quotes to create string type values. Example, variable string is equal to Dhoni. String using double quotes. Variable string 1 is equal to Sachin. String using single quotes. JavaScript Boolean data type. JavaScript Boolean data type is used in conditional-based programming. It can have two values, either true or false. For example, Boolean 10 greater than 9 returns true. Boolean 10 less than 9 returns false. So the first condition is true because 10 is greater than 0 and vice versa. You will learn more about Booleans in the JavaScript comparison and logical comparison and logical operators. JavaScript undefined data type. When a variable is just declared and is not assigned any value, it has undefined as its value. Yes, undefined is a valid data type in JavaScript and it can have only one value, which is undefined. We can even use this value while doing some comparison. So let us take a look at an example. Variable a undefined. Alert a equal to undefined. Returns true. JavaScript null data type. JavaScript null data type is used to represent no value. It is not similar to undefined, and neither is it similar to empty value or zero value. The null data type means the variable has been defined, but it contains no value. The null data type can have only one value, which is null. Let us take a look at an example. Variable a equal to null. Alert A, output will be null. JavaScript object data type. In JavaScript, an object data type is used to store the collection of data. Object's properties are written as key value pairs, which are separated by commas and enclosed within curly braces. The key name must always be a string, but the value can be of any data type. So this is pretty similar to a map data structure in many programming languages, which also stores key value pairs like this. For example, variable name equal to, variable employee equal to, first name equal to John, last name equal to Smith, salary equal to 20,000. We have covered JavaScript objects in a separate tutorial with examples. JavaScript array type. JavaScript array data type is written inside a pair of square brackets, and it is used to store multiple values of the same data type, be it strings, numbers, etc. The items in a JavaScript array are also written in a comma-separated manner. Each element in the array gets a numeric position, known as its index. The array index starts from 0, or we can say that array indexes are 0-based, so that the first array element is array 0 and not array 1. Let us take an example for JavaScript array. Creating an array. VAR, cricket equal to Dhoni, Sachin, Virat. We have covered JavaScript arrays in a separate tutorial with examples. JavaScript function type. You must be thinking how a function can be a data type. But in JavaScript, functions act as a data type which can be assigned to a variable. JavaScript function is nothing but a set of statements inside a code block which is used to perform a specific operation, and this data type is of callable nature. So you can call it anywhere in the program whenever needed. Since functions are objects, so it is possible to assign them to a variable. Functions can be stored in variables, objects, and arrays. Functions can be passed as arguments to other functions as well, and can be returned from other functions too. For example, var welcome is equal to function. Return welcome to Dataisgood. These are the data types in JavaScript. We have covered the subtypes of primitive to non-primitive. I hope you guys have understood all of them. And now you're supposed to fill in these blanks which are shown on your screen. Solve this assignment. We will meet very soon in the next lecture with this keyword. Till then, take care of yourself. Bye.